fill in the grass there, and then get a rug, and hang the sign. Okay, are we started? Yep. We're back on our new set. I can't believe we have this new set. Our shoot was supposed to start at 5, and it's now 7:25. And I put all this makeup on at like 9 a.m. So I'm just trying my best. And it's been raining, and we had to go to Home Depot. Why did they take me to the Home Depot? I hate going to that store. Chewy sent me these news, and then who else? Letty sent them to me, and then I sent it to you. Remember, Will? So basically, there was like a conference, like fully admitted to having not only contact, but like full-on operations. Okay, right here. Experts testify before lawmakers that U.S. is running secret UAP program. Okay, another thing is, why is it UAP? I feel like why are they phasing out UFO? Is it because we've made such a huge joke of the term UFO that now like people can't take shit serious if you're saying like, oh, there's a UFO, and then it just sounds funny, like it sounds like a movie or like something goofy.
What does it mean?
UFO is unidentified flying object.
What does
UAP, I think, is a similar.
Does it still have unidentified?
Yeah, I think let's see what UAP means. UAP stands for Unidentified Anomalous Phenomenon. Okay, now it's getting good because the phenomenon is very... remember when we talked about Project Bluebeam and all that? And it's like, it's not necessarily a thing or a being or a like creature. It's more of a phenomenon, more of like an appearance. Project Bluebeam. He calls it a hoax alien threat.
What is the most dangerous information that you know?
Oh boy. They're going to hoax an alien threat, and it's all along.
That's what they're reframing what we would have known as a UFO. Now they're calling it a UAP, a unidentified anomalous phenomenon. It's used to describe any object in the air, sea, or space that can't be explained scientifically. Okay, that too, because now they're saying that it's also in the ocean. And before it was just like crash landings of like grays and stuff like that, right? Maggie's parents on The Simpsons was like a crash landing. Remember him? Remember when I had the dream about Maggie's dad in The Simpsons and he was an alien? So in this article, they're basically just asking him questions like, did you guys run these experiments? And the guy's just like, yes, we did. Openly admitting to it. This is a 2-minute listen, so it's like kind of fast, but she just breaks it down.
Intelligent alien life darting around in space and even in the skies above us on Earth. Has the U.S. government been covering up unexplained phenomena? These questions came up at a hearing on Capitol Hill Wednesday, and NPR's Bill Chappell watched it.
Capitol
Here
Hill.
is his report.
The hearing didn't have the fireworks of a similar one last year, when a retired Air Force officer alleged that the U.S. has recovered what he called non-human biologics from crash sites. But like last year, this hearing by House Oversight Subcommittees relied mainly on asking former military and government officials to answer questions that have circulated publicly for decades about UFOs. The government now prefers to call them UAPs, Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. Here's Representative Nancy Mace, who led the hearing, questioning Luis Elizondo, a former Defense Department official.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
Do any U.S. contractors have the same?
I would prefer to address that in a closed session, ma'am.
Elizondo said he has signed a document that prevents him from speaking openly about details related to UAPs.
Okay, so basically he just admits to it and says that it's true. And obviously they grill him and ask him more questions. This was like a whole ass hearing. Really like this TikToker, and he broke it down really well. The way it's like a shifting spaceship. So they say that the way that they move through the sky is not necessarily movement, like it's going in a straight shot. It's basically like ceasing to exist and then coming back into existence in our dimension. And he was actually saying that it might be sentient aircraft that's alive, right? He was like, it might not be like a being, it might be aircraft, because there's no way that you can exactly, like drive that big ass ship for it to do all that is just like in our dimension, it's impossible. So it might be the craft itself is it might not even be a being, it's just like a phenomenon of another dimension.
So if it wasn't crazy enough that these dudes just testified before Congress under oath that there are aliens here, the comments on YouTube are freaking out about her. Because Miss Luna here does not play games. So listen to what she asks and then watch this man's answer straight defy physics.
In our previous panel, we had Grush, and he had testified to say that some of these were interdimensional beings. Can you speak on that at all?
The human body can withstand about 9 G forces for a short period of time before you suffer negative biological consequences, blackouts and ultimately redouts and even death. Comparison, our best technology, the F-16, which is one of this older platform, but one of our most highly maneuverable aircraft, manned aircraft, made by General Dynamics, can perform about 17 or 18 G forces before you start having structural failure, meaning that the airframe begins to disintegrate while you're flying. The vehicles we're talking about are performing in excess of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Gs.
And in the reports, this isn't just in the air, this is underwater too. This brought to mind a supposedly controversial theory behind the seemingly impossible movement of UAPs, if we can in fact call it movement at all. He proposed that the way we were looking at it was limited, and that rather than moving through space as we know it, that instead these vehicles travel by shifting their point of realization in the field, which to any onlookers would certainly simulate movement, but would be more aptly described as a kind of rapid, continuous teleportation of sorts. So despite physically traveling, the object technically would be stationary, which in theory would make maneuvers of this magnitude survivable for organics. Which is why her inference that they might be living craft is an astute observation, because the instantaneous acceleration reported by multiple sources far surpasses the speed at which someone could access a control panel. It doesn't move like good reflexes, it moves more like straight synapse. And the actual scariest part is that despite all this, rent is still due.
It's crazy because remember that movie, Everywhere, All at Once, All the Things with the Asian couple? ¿Cómo se llama that movie? Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It brought like this really cool concept into reality for a lot of people. I've already kind of like explored that concept a couple years ago. There's this creator, her name is P the Fairy, and I like just follow her religiously. I love her. But she speaks a lot about that, like bending your reality and basically existing in different timelines that are all conducive to like what you really want to be doing in your life, like pushing yourself into a new dimension that already exists, which when you see that movie Everything All at Once, they're basically just like switching dimensions, and the dimensions could be like really similar to this one. So say like when I went up the stairs, instead of just coming straight up in here, I text my friend, right? So then the new reality would be that I came in here and my friend texts me, and then that's just a new reality, and it's not that different from this one, but it's still a different one. So the idea is that you can move dimensions and timelines at your liking if you want to. And there's a way to do that because I've experienced it myself. It's been really minimal. Like, I just remember one time I did the meditation that P the Fairy does. I recommend everybody to download it. I'll link her in this clip if I clip this, and then I'll put her in the YouTube video. But she does this meditation where basically she gets you really comfortable with your current reality, and you're like identifying yourself within this timeline. And then she basically like helps you go into the next timeline, which is the next possible timeline with the least amount of friction and fear and effort, basically like the most natural timeline. And I've done that meditation a bunch of times, and I know that sometimes I haven't done this in a long time. I used to do it more a couple years ago, but when I would see myself in the meditation, I would look hella healthy. Like my skin would be so clear, my teeth would be so white, like my hair looks so healthy and perfect and everything. And I would like see a version of me in the meditation. And then it happened to me a couple of times where in the morning I'd wake up and like my face would be so clear. And I remember once I went and did an event. I did the meditation the night before, and I did the event, and literally like my face looked so like clear and my hair laid perfect and like I had the perfect outfit and I just could feel like I shifted that timeline. And even if only my skin changed, it was still a different dimension, a different timeline, and I basically broke into a different dimension just by imagining it. And that's just like a really basic example. Like I've explored that space a lot in my subconscious mind, and I think just I don't know, my personality or maybe like my path in life has allowed me to come across a lot of information like that. So I think it's crazy that, first of all, that they're announcing aliens during this, like, nobody even cares that there's aliens. Like, you still have to go to work tomorrow. You still have to pay your taxes. Like, your baby mama's still mad. There's, like, the aliens are not coming to save us, I don't think, unless they are. What if they're hot? You just have, like, a hot alien boyfriend. And maybe he's rich. He has different kinds of currencies. Yeah, he has like money from other planets. It's all seashells. You don't need that shit. You can't buy nothing. You can't buy BBSs with the seashells. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, so you think okay, here's the question, right? Is the aliens gonna come and interact with us, or are they already here? Like, can you hear us out there? Like, what's going on? Invite them to the show, huh? I feel like maybe there already are aliens just here living. Maybe like that big albino crocodile at the Exploratorium is actually a alien. Like random little shit like that, you know? Or like big tortoises that have been here for 100 years. Like they're just like aliens that came. Definitely, what is that called? Octopuses are hella weird. Like they're so fucking smart. I've seen like someone put an octopus in a jar and the octopus got out on the first try. And remember that guy that dated the octopus in the movie on Netflix? Guess what race he was? Have you guys seen that movie? It's like My Girlfriend the Octopus. No, it's not called that. It's called like My Teacher the Octopus. Le puso así bien romántico el güey. He was definitely fucking the octopus, bro. It was It was this man. It was this man who, okay, the most fucked up part about this story about this man with the octopus is that he had a wife and a child. So you're telling me that you have a wife and a child and you're like in the ocean with a fucking octopus? Like your wife didn't care? So I think he just it was a documentary about this guy who started watching and he was like going scuba diving or snorkeling. He was going snorkeling and he like found this octopus. You remember it? He found this octopus and he like got really like infatuated with the octopus because apparently they're super smart and like something like they show a lot of emotion or something. I don't remember what his thing was. He was obviously a freak, so he's not a good judge of character for the octopus. I'm sure like octopus are smart in other ways, but he started hanging out with the octopus like all the time. And then I just remember watching this documentary, and at one point in the movie he's talking about he's gonna go at night. You're gonna go at night when they do the freaky stuff at nighttime? Like your wife doesn't care that you're in the fucking ocean with the octopus in the nighttime? Anyway, so he goes, he meets the octopus, and then sorry to spoil it, this is a spoiler, so if you're gonna watch it, skip this part, but there's a part in the movie where he's like there was physical contact with the octopus, so he might have put it somewhere, or maybe like he touched it, because I know that he would hold it and the octopus would like massage him, you know, like it'd be like yeah, hella arms like that. Hella fuck. So that might be an alien, octopus. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit that happens in the world, like animals, and that I think also that's a really big thing too. Is that they're saying that it's in the ocean, which is 100 times more probable because of how huge the ocean is and unexplored the ocean is, right? So that's crazy. I don't know about them, like the government and everything like that. I feel like I've never heard anything good about the government. I think obviously there's a reason why we have a government. So the fact that they're involved with the government, I feel like even that situation is kind of sketchy. Like, I'm sure there's cool aliens that are like out here, like the crocodile, but then there's like cop aliens that are hanging out with the cops, you know? So I don't see that.
Living a life of a cop on a beat.
Something like, but an alien cop?
They're visiting here. Like Men in Black.
You think so? You don't think they live here like for... Who is it? Is it you, Louis? I know, huh? Louis like, oh, if I say it, they'll never guess. If I bring it up right now, they'll never guess. I really like the thing about the alien being more of an interdimensional thing, because I feel like I'm somebody who has been exploring like different dimensions or reaching different levels of consciousness and existence through meditation or psychedelics. And I feel like they're basically justifying the fact that that's real, and that not only is it real, but it's real on a huge scale. And just literally, like if we're made in the image of God, why wouldn't we be able to do those things, right? Like if your brain is so strong, like they've made your mind is so strong and your spirit is so strong, they're basically saying like, this is real, this is happening. So if it's real and it's happening and they're basically introducing it into our reality, then that says a lot. We went on this, how long was it, Will, it was like a couple of weeks, and we watched that guy talk about like the ancient civilizations and stuff like that. And I feel like that too, that's going to be a really good pivot for us to go more into that type of stuff. Because I feel like there's so much to talk about. Like, there's so many relevant people right now. And then, yeah, that guy, his name is Plasma. I think his name is Plasma Daddy. But he's so funny, and he breaks everything down like exactly how you need to hear it, because all of this is modern. So basically you need modern solutions for modern problems, right? But these are things that have been happening forever and ever, like who made the pyramids, or I don't know, like what's in the sky, what's in the ocean, or who, all of those things that we've all wondered, where do we come from, where do humans come from, and stuff like that. So we watched like the human history movie on the Spirit Science channel. And I feel like that kind of sets the groundwork a little bit for knowing kind of like what you're looking for, and deciding your version of reality, which dimension you want to tap into. Now that I feel like it's gonna become so normal, for people to realize that they can do these things, and we're gonna reach like mass Christ consciousness on like a huge level if you're able to catch on. And I don't think it's going to be weird. Like, I don't think you have to be like one of my old bosses used to call people who love doing yoga and like not doing the actual work, and they're like terrible people, but they love the yoga bliss. He called them bliss ninnies. It's like, oh, those people are just a bunch of bliss ninnies. Like, I don't think you have to be that. A good example is like, remember the movie Soul? And the guy, he's hella crazy, and he's like swinging the sign around, right? And he's like, oh, I'm going to go, well, there's like a soft spot at this time. So basically he's like watching the stars, and he's saying like, there's a constellation crossing. So he knows that there's a pocket where like the veil is thin. So he's like out there trying to get into that space, right? Into like, what was it called? Like the flow state, to go save the souls out of the thing, right? So you see that guy and he's hella crazy, but he can access that. And I feel like when you think of people that are tapping into their unconscious substance, or they're tapping into like an alternate version of themselves, or you're like doing meditations where your consciousness is shifting and you're like seeing stuff that you wouldn't be able to see without the help of psychedelics, and it's just like your own brain producing all of these. I don't think it's your brain producing the information. I think it's the information being, like you're downloading it, or you're discovering this information that's already there. So all of those things I think are going to become more relevant in the upcoming times. And I always talked about even like crypto. Crypto is literally everything that crypto brings into our society are basically the results of higher consciousness. That's all it is. So I think these things are going to become more relevant and more people should watch everything, all of the things, whatever that movie's called. You guys know what it is. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. You're not... Oh, you have the picture?
You gotta point at the picture.
Oh, right here. Everything, All at Once, Producción. No, yeah, everybody should watch that movie. And I think, like, people like P the Fairy. For me, it's P the Fairy because she's so accessible and she's so easy to listen to. And she really inspires me to just, like, never be a bird bitch ever again. She never talks about drama and, you know, I mean, it's kind of boring, but I love it. It's kind of boring, but I think, like, that's the best way to live. It's just so inspiring. And she's worried about bigger picture stuff. So I think also, hopefully we go from being worried about small picture to bigger picture stuff and in that sense. I feel like that was kind of serious news. It was on the, what is that shit called? NPR. Okay, so Will is no longer on Solana, and I don't really, like, it's scary on there, you know? You need, like, at least one or two friends, like, to be on the timeline with you. I don't really go on there by myself. And last time crypto tanked, I started getting all the Mexican jokes on my Twitter. So, like, I know when the coins are down when I have Mexican jokes on my timeline. So I just started seeing a bunch of Mexican jokes, and I just started retweeting them, and I feel like my algorithm lost a lot of the crypto stuff. But then obviously, obviously crypto started pumping again. And I'm having a lot of FOMO right now, but I'm scared to go in there by myself. So if there's any brave souls out there, if there's any brave souls out there that want to join me on my Solana journey, I'm happy to pick it back up. I think right now, literally today's a dip. So hopefully I'm going to edit this by tomorrow and put it out. Hopefully someone listens to me. But there's like this hella funny shit going on right now because not supposedly, this small white fat child made a coin and rugged it for 30 bands on a live stream. And like, you're telling me you guys gave this child 30 bands, like you all watched him on the live stream and the fucking coin ran up, and then I heard that he rugged it for 30 bands. Then he made another one, you know, called Sorry, and then he rugged that one too. No, but apparently after it rugged, it's now up like $1 million or something like that. And don't quote me, I don't know how much it's up. Apparently after he rugged it, it went up a lot. And now what he rugged, like the 30 bands, could have been like $1 million basically. And it's just fucking hilarious. See, why aren't we in there, Will? That child just rugged before school, and we're over here like...
I'm not trying to get rugged by a little white boy.
You're not going to get rugged by a white boy. You scared or what? You scared?
I am scared.
All right. You should just said that. I'm just kidding. No, come on. Come on. We have to get on Solana. Chewy, you want to do it? No? That's sad as fuck. I'm
down. Let's do some...
He's like...
I have 52 cents in Solana.
Come on, bro.
I got Solana, but it's just, I mean...
I have some Solana. My soul flare is up.
We got to do what dude told us to do.
Who? Best friend.
Yeah.
That's my best friend.
The
Moon, yeah, on deck screener.
What is it?
Moonshot.
Moonshot.
Yeah, I seen that already. I haven't tried it though because I'm scared by myself. I need a friend. Okay, Will said. He said.
Learned about that.
I already had seen it. You would have seen it too if you looked. So yeah, the little kid rugged. That was so fucking funny. I hope he does it again. I obviously would never buy his coin because what? He's already famous for doing that. I also think that they ran the coin up, obviously, because it's just such an epic fucking thing to happen. Like, this marks the bull run. And I have a friend, too, that I didn't know had crypto, so I'm going to hit him up. Wolfgang, if you're watching this, hit me up. It's the Mike Tyson fight. I didn't see the Mike Tyson fight. I saw the girls fighting, and they were going crazy. I really enjoyed that girls fight, actually. And then I watched the Mexican guys fight, and they did really well too. I really like the Mexican guys fighting in the pink outfit. He was hella tight. So I watched that. I didn't get to watch the Tyson and Jake Paul fight because I had to leave, but I didn't have to watch it because God blessed me with the opportunity to see Mike Tyson's butt live on Netflix. Like, when the butt came on the TV, I saw it, and then I made up my mind about what that fight was, and I'm like, that man's ass is saggy. Like, I just saw his butt. It's saggy in the bottom part. So that tells me everything I need to know. Why are you fighting the man if his butt is saggy at the bottom part? A little bit saggy. Like, it's not all the way saggy, but, like, it's a little bit. And you're going to fight him? Are you sick?
Bro, he finna come get us, bro.
He's old. He's old. He was old. He's old. I mean, I'm sure he's a beast.
I don't got a saggy booty.
I don't have a saggy booty. Push you through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. Let me see. Show me. Is it the butt? Yeah, the butt. Fuck. I saw it. It was a gift. I love that. No, but I didn't get to watch it. I don't know. There's so much commentary. It's like, I feel like everything that's happening right now is for commentary. It's not for, because what does that really do for the trajectory of boxing and the sport? What does it do? It makes a fucking joke out of it, right? It makes a mockery of the sport. I don't even like sports, but I'm like, fuck, okay, now you have Jake Paul, like, fighting this 60-year-old legend, and his whole legacy is now falls on the Jake Paul fight. And, like, people, I seen this TikTok of a girl, and she was crying. She was crying so bad, and she's like, I'm so sad because he was talking about how he needed the check, and she was sorry for him, and, like, laughing because it was funny. So I don't know. It's just it's for the times right now. Interesting. Kind of sad. It's okay.
I feel like he's gonna be more popular now.
Mike Tyson?
Yeah,
for sure, but at what cost?
Yeah, like.
But at what cost?
Like, some weak ass fight. He went in there at his age. He went in there. He went in there. People don't go in there. They're gonna get hurt.
You seen that crazy ass guy? What's the one that crashed out like super bad? He's a Hispanic guy. He's a boxer. Remember, he crashed out like hella bad. Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia's talking about he wants to avenge Tyson's fight with Jake Paul, and someone tweeted, they're like, this is the kind of motherfucker that go off script and really beat Jake Paul's ass. Or that's the type of motherfucker that will go off script for real.
I don't think he'd ever do that. No, hell no. Jake Paul will not do that.
That's funny. Okay, so I saw this tweet. I don't know if it's real because I didn't do any research, but someone said that the ADL has officially added Pepe the Frog to the list of hate symbols alongside the swastika. Is that real? And then there's this 4-minute video on like Pepe, but it's just a compilation of him being cute. I kind of had heard something like that, but
Where he from?
Who?
Pepe. You talking about Pepe the Frog?
Yeah, like, remember how it was, like, on the 4chan forums and stuff like that, and, like, how it... So, it's like they finally got a hold of the symbol, but he has a career. He's a meme coin now.
But my shit was going down.
Probably when that happened.
Pepe, that's crazy that you bring that up, because...
That might be why.
That shit was, like, up, and then it was, like, whoa.
He tried to clean up his image, and it didn't work. Pepe, we know your past, bro.
Did make it into a symbol.
Oh, they did make it into a hate symbol.
And then Trump reposted a picture of himself.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I guess it's a right-up movement that was for Trump. And then
that's how he won the first election, through the Pepe meme on 4chan.
You can't stump the Trump. That's like the...
That's crazy.
Made it into a hate symbol.
That's what happens when you leave too many guys in the chat room together. That's what happens when there's no girls in the chat. Literally, that's the type of shit. We should talk about that, about meme magic and chaos magic in like when it comes to all that type of stuff, because Pepe the Frog, that's a crazy concept. Like when you go deep into what it really is, people bring it all the way back to the Bible in Exodus when God sent the plagues to the Egyptians, and one of the plagues was frogs. So like they take it all the way back to that. Dude, I saw this video. I've been seeing it a lot actually, of like the kids' reaction to the Coco Melon soundtrack. Like as soon as the parents start playing Coco Melon, the kids like start losing their mind. There's like a compilation of like 10 babies. And I'm like, damn, like we don't even give the kids a chance. The babies don't even get a chance to be a normal person. Like they're already addicted to the phone. We were having this conversation the other day, and we were like, imagine you're like 3 years old and your mom is addicted to TikTok. Bruh. Your president is Trump for the second term, and your mom has a TikTok addiction. Oh, and don't worry, you won't be able to read in a few years. So there's nothing to worry about. Okay. What the fuck? Every time I open my Twitter, nomás esta madre de this little dog that's a really chill guy, and they're just so fucking funny, bro. She's been sending them to me all day. It's like...
When I woke up, that was like the first thing that I seen yesterday.
This one is my favorite. He's like, okay, first of all, why is he at the Northern Lights? Don't ask me. But it says, when she gets mad at you for getting bricked off a hug, but he's low-key just a chill guy that gets a little too excited. And then it has a little one right there. Okay, but why is he at the Northern Lights? Why is he at the Northern Lights?
It happened just at regular place.
But he's low-key just a chill guy.
Really special. Northern Lights. Nice hug.
Nice hug. Bricked up. Okay, that's it, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode of El Caile podcast. And we have a brand new set. Can you believe we made it to this set? I never would have thought.